Here we go, shot! Cowboy 80, ready? Down! 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle! Let's go now! Ready? Come on, set! Get up! Here we go, here we go! Let's go!
Opened in 2001, it lies on the same site and retains the name of the city's beloved former stadium. We're here at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Straight ahead, it's an AFC intra-conference contest between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos. To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And off we go from Denver. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Straight to the air they go. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
First time running with the rookie from Cal. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and the Steelers have a 1st down.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
Escapes the pocket. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there, and a new set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
On the set.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Come on, come on. Set. 18 Cardinal, cut 19. Cut 19. Go.
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. And the defender comes away with it. Jonte Barron has it. Has room down the left sideline. Into the red zone. And into the end zone he goes. A pick 6 for Denver.
Well, that is quite the tone setter and very different between the two sides. Offense, that's a disaster. But defensively, you've just lit the flame of emotion. Now you want to build on it.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. This will end up as a touchback.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. That play gains 15 and it moves the sticks.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
On the ready.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
18, 5 in.
Back to throw. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Trying to beat him with a quick pass, but not quick enough. That winds up as a loss.
A good RPO play, it takes a lot of time. Proper decision-making from a calm, cool, collected offense. Well, that one didn't have any of it.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Let's go now. Top 60, top 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Third and long for him here. Finds the in route, complete. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
60 Bison, 80 Warriors, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Dragon 60. Steady.
From the red zone now. On the move, headed right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Kate, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
No luck on first down. Here's second and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Check, track, hiking, 18. Go.
A give now from the gun. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
Danger, Kim. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Going to the ground again on first. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put two tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Cowboy 80.
Back to the well again. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Extra point is up and good from slot. And the Steelers tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Okay, well that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it's going to be first down Denver.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
First down, and they go right back to it. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Nix from the gun. Makes the grab in bounds left side. All the way. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos finish off their opening drive. has great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. That one's caught along the left sideline. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. To the air now on first and 10. And downfield, and Myers has it. This one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. It's a 14-7 game. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They're looking at yet another first and 10 on this drive. They'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Seven yards on that last play, so this is second and 3.
Come on, set. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
They've got a man in motion. They give here to the motion man. And that is a big hit right after that catch, so the play limited to maybe just a couple yards.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up third down and 2.
Got it, ready?
Short yardage situation here. It's third and 2.
Cougar 19. Steady.
Here he is on third and short. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
So the field goal team stays sidelined. They're going to go for this. They're going to try to throw for it. He finds it beyond the marker. He's not going to get there. They hold him out of the end zone, partner, but it is still going to keep this offense on the field. They've got a first and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll try and punch it in. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Steelers can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. And he does not tie this game. His extra points off. They remain down by 1. So following that missed point after, he's going to stay out there and send it away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So first down from the 41. Shotgun snap to Nix. He finds his running back, R.J. Harvey. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
They started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he set out. They gain 11 on that play, and that's good for a Broncos first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play, down to the 19.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Coming to the line, this is first and 10. From the red zone on first. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
On second down, here's Dobbins. And he gets a nice chunk, looks like about 5. It's going to be third down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Buys time, rolling right. That's caught for the first. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs.
It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos grow the lead to 7. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
And he won't opt to bring this one out. Just content to keep it there in the end zone. They'll start their drive at the 35. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Offense to the line fast. He's going to throw it. That one going to go against the D. And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that first down.
Cut 19! Cut 19! Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Lion. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Throwing now on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Working now from the gun. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
79 Broncos. Warriors 70. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Tendencies tend to show themselves, Kate, and really come to life on 3rd downs. Right, they want to go to their best receiver. Defense knows it. They know that tendency. They double it, and they make the play.
Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. Looks like they're giving about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Nick's looking to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
All set now. 1st and 10. Here's Nix. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Cortland Sutton, the man he was after. So 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Left side now, caught by Sutton. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. 1st and 10 from the 43.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
To throw, here's Nix. Put some heat on this deep ball. He's got it inside the 25. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a 3rd one's coming at some point.
Next, cook out wide, complete. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos grow their lead just before halftime. Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the upright. And the Broncos lead by 15 now. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. This return starts at the 5. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive.
Here we go, set. Count to 60, count to 60.
They'll throw it here on 1st. He's trying to push the field. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Another throw here on 2nd down. Dump off caught by his back. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Taken down back at the 23-yard line.
Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run.
It's gotta be Rangers. Go!
He's back to throw. He's going deep this time. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. They give to Dobbins to start the third. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Nix from the gun. Completed to his running back. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd down run by Dobbins. Shut down after a gain of about a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit.
In punt formation for the Broncos.
Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Low back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And that was an incredible effort just to make it back to the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Trying for the deep ball. He's got it deep downfield. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers start the second half with some needed points. Christian Watson with the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Will line up for the two-point conversion.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Ready?
And he'll get in. The two-point try successful. Now they trail by 7. Well, I hear you say it all the time, partner. It comes back to that word trust, and they trusted in their offense to go get those 2 points, make this a one-score game. They do their job. Now one big play can change the entire outlook of this game for them.
Yeah, now it becomes about complementary football. As you said, the offense did their job. Now defense, can you not just get a stop? Can you get a turnover? Maybe take it to the house yourself. Either way, that conversion puts them one snap away from a totally different ball game.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Trying to throw this from the gun. Forced out to his right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 19 at the 26-yard line.
Throwing here, Nix. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Got Josh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Now Nick's on third down. He's got Sutton complete. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
He throws a bullet down the left sideline. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got second down. Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Shotgun handed off to Harvey. And he's going to get him 7 there. It's third down coming up.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Brings up third and 2.
Third and just 2 to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Would have been about a 50-yard attempt on the field goal. The offense staying out there to go for this. Another carry for it. They blow this play up. They're humbled and sent off the field here with a loss of yards and a turnover on downs. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set first and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. I'm in.
They'll come out throwing. Look at that power, deep left side. That's caught at the 25. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the third. Christian Watson with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers tie us up 28-all. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Bronx. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play sat down behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Right side, this is reeled in by Warren. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
On third down, here's Nix. He puts some juice on it. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take a lead just before the end of the third.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And the Pass is taken in the end zone, but not returned, so they'll bring this out to the 35. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10.
Broncos switch. Ready. 70 Timberwolves.
Give now to the running back. And they push him out just as he gets back to the line. 2nd down coming up.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. And the Broncos are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
You could feel them, Kate. You could feel the convoy. They were going. They thought they might have another one, but unfortunately, not another touchdown. But you know what? Not going to stop them from celebrating in another big game-changing play.
And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Three-quarters in the books from this one. It's the Broncos with the ball, trying to close out what would currently be a win. Five still to go here. This is 2nd down.
Captain.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. They did it! He made the interception! Patrick Queen in to pick it off. And the Steelers have some new life in the 4th. There are costly interceptions, Brock. And then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the 2nd half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
Let's go now.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Let's go. 18, hot, Mustang 19. Trap 60, 60 average.
They're throwing it. Freiermuth there to bring it in. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He's tackled there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. Let's examine this flag. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Running it after the penalty. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Looking quickly here. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now.
Hey, kick down. Cougar 19.
Throwing off the play fake. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Ready? Cup 19. Pirates, stubborn Pirates. Buffalo 18. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Ready.
Back to throw it. Gets his tight end on the corner route. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Dragon 60. Panther 11, Panther 11. 19 Lions.
Desperation time here on fourth. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Here's Dobbins again on second down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The Steelers calling their first timeout. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. He'll throw it. That one nabbed by Warren. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. 1st and 10 now from the 46. Carry here for Dobbins. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Giving this to Harvey. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
A throw left side finds Johnson. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll run on first down with Dobbins. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Extra point try now for the Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos double their lead to 14.
Broncos 42. Steelers 28.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away.
To kick off for the Broncos.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run.
At their own 21-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. They connect on the deep shot. And he has it into the red zone as he reaches that 20-yard line. Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's 1st down. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Love. And the Broncos get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, Kate, that's far from the first time we've seen him throw into the wrong team, but this one was probably the most costly.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos stretch their lead to 21.
Broncos 49, Steelers 28.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away.
Kickoff for the Broncos.
No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback.
Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, first and 10. He dumps it off to his running back. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Clock working against them here as they hurry to that line. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long. Here he goes, third and long. Trying to push deep downfield. So the heave knocked away from the intended target. That brings up fourth down.
You know, I say this all the time. We get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Running left, it's Dobbins. And he stops quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got second and 8.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8. Running it again with Dobbins. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
He was tackled at the 27.
A couple yards on the run. It's third and 6 now.
Brings up third and 6.
Setting up for the kneel down on third. Design run, here's Nix. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. Will Lutz get the call on fourth down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. This will be a 44-yard look. The kick by Lutz is good. And the advantage now sits at 24.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
This will be the final play of the game.
Ready? Cougar 19, Cowboy 80. Three.
Here he goes, one final shot. And there's our last-in image of this game. It's intercepted. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos make one of their best plays at the end, coming up with the interception on our final snap of the game. So it's a win for the Broncos. And I know it's different for every sport, Brock. So is this the point where we'd say this winning streak is official? Might have something to it. 3 wins in a row now after this latest triumph.
Well, you get to this point, and what happens is you get to that building the next day, and everybody feels good. Secretary feels good. Chef